Hello everybody, happy Saturday. It is a sunny day here in Connecticut, a little chilly, but it's not raining, so that is a good thing. And I wanted to show you some quick alternatives that I did with the April 2020 paper pumpkin kit, My Wonderful Family. And I was silly this month because I only got one kit. Normally I get 3 or more. And so I decided, since I wasn't really doing much crafting because of Corona, and I know that there's people who aren't working and they have to stay home, and so they're doing a lot of crafting. For those of you who don't know, I am a nurse, so fortunately I do have a job, and unfortunately things are crazy. So when I get home from work, I don't really want to do anything. I can't even find motivation to sometimes get off the couch. So I decided I'd had enough of that. And this week I scheduled a Zoom get together with my paper pumpkin crew. So last night we had a paper pumpkin get together on Zoom, and we all did our kits and chatted, and it was really good to catch up with them and see faces. Not that I don't see faces every day, but it was good not to talk about work. So I wanted to show you guys what I did with the kit. This kit, it came with everything to make 8 cards, and it also came with a stamp set. And I know that there's a lot of people out there who are crafting, and there's a lot of online stuff going on with Stampin Up and other companies out there. Stampin Up does not allow us to send stamped images. So any classes that we have, the customers have to either buy the stamp set or provide their own stamps. So I thought I would start out doing a paper pumpkin Zoom and see how it went and see how the response was. And then based on that, start coming up with some online Zoom classes. Because I didn't realize until last night how much I actually missed doing some of this stuff and creating my own stuff. So, as I said, this kit came with enough to make 8 cards. And I used everything except for, this is one of the cards that came in the kit. And I know that there were a lot of concerns about this kit because the instructions really weren't that clear on how the cards got folded. So this is probably the hardest card for everybody to understand. So when you get the kit, this card comes like this. And to do it, you actually have to fold it in over itself. And then there's a score line here, and you fold it back. So that's how the card is, maybe I should do it. That's how the card is to look. So as I was playing around, I realized that there was a lot of white. So I made alternatives. And let me show you some of the alternatives I did. So the first one I did, let's move that out of the way. The first one I did, I actually cut off the fold. I cut this off and I got rid of it. And then I used this as the cover of the card. This is Melon Mambo. And the flowers for, I made it kind of look like a hydrangea. So that's mint macaron. And then the leaves and the butterfly came in the kit. And this butterfly stamp also comes in the kit. And I love this sentiment. And in the instructions, it actually shows you covering it up. I love the saying, so I didn't want to cover it up. So I tried to actually do things where I could use everything in the kit, but preserve the words, because I think that's something that people are going to like to see when you get in the card. And this here was actually one of these leaves, and I cut it up to make it quite not so big, because again, I wanted to see the words. All right. Now here's another version of the same card. This time I didn't do any cutting, but I used Melon Mambo on the cover to again make a hydrangea with the leaves, added some butterflies. Again, kept this whole. Put some leaves behind there. In hindsight, I wish I hadn't done that because I needed more leaves for my scrapbook page, which I'll show you. But I kind of like how it gives a little bit of interest. And of course, using the birds. All right, this is probably my favorite card. So I will show you what I did. I made an easel fold so it can stand up. And I took this card, folded it this way, and then I actually cut a little bit off here. I think, nope, never mind. Yes, I did. I cut a little bit off here so that this side was even with this side. And then I cut up another of the cards. Nope, sorry. I cut up one of the envelopes and I pasted the flap from the envelope to the bottom of the card to give it some color. I took a piece of mint macaron cardstock and I stamped with one of there's a flower stamp that comes in the stamp set. And again, I used the butterfly. The butterfly I stamped in Pear Pizzazz, and the leaves are stamped in mint macaron. Again, there was just a lot of white. And then on the inside of the card, I stamped the tree and the flowers. These embellishments come in the kit, the birds, everything came in the kit. And then when the card stands up, I use dimensionals, so this will keep the bottom of the card from sliding down. And I decided that I really liked it when cards could either stand up on their own or instead of lying flat. So I really like this. And I did a lot of extra stuff, but the only thing that did not come in the kit was the piece of mint macaron cardstock. And of course, the mint macaron stamp. But if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you know, you obviously get your Stampin' Spots every month, and you just save them. So you can always add additional colors to the Paper Pumpkin kits when you get them. All right, and the other card, this one here. So I have this one, and that's my version of it. I know that there's another one. Here we go. So there's this one where everything kind of lifts up. And then there's this one where I actually adhered the trunk of the tree down, and then I just snipped it. So you can fold it open like that. The other thing you could do is adhere the bottom of this down, so that stays closed and you just have to lift this. That would be kind of cool too. The other thing you could do is make the card so it stands up like this if you wanted to do the hydrangea bush or something that way. But anyway, so the favorite thing I did this today. I am a scrapbooker first before a card maker. And I wanted to do a scrapbook page with this kit. So I took the sentiment from the kit. I put it behind, on top of a piece of mint macaron cardstock with a little bit of border down at the bottom, so I could put this here. This Melon Mambo ribbon came in the kit. This was one of the stamps, and I really used as much of the kit as I could. I wish we'd had more butterflies. This is one of the cards, And I really love interactive scrapbooking. And interactive scrapbooking, I don't know the exact way to phrase it, but it allows you to add additional pictures to whatever project you're working on. So this is the card that came in the kit. It's just this one. And I adhered it to the piece of soft sea foam 12 by 12. And then when I put the page protector in, I put a little cut here. I measured it. So when the page was going in, I just left this out. So when this goes in my album and people are looking at it, they're going to be able to lift this up, and there's going to be room for 2 more pictures here. Instead of just keeping that as a design element on the page, it's actually going to have room for pictures. And that's what I love about interactive scrapbooking. I take a lot of pictures, and sometimes I like a page with maybe one big picture as the focal point, but sometimes there's just some things that you want more than one picture of. And this page is actually going to be for my family. Actually, we got the last time all of us have gotten together was in 2017. When was it? 2017 or 2018? I think it was 2017. My grandmother died in 2017. And so my family from Wisconsin and my family from New York all came to Vermont for the, when we buried her ashes. And we actually have pictures of the whole family. So I thought that that would be great for this. And that's the last time we've all been together. And obviously, life is short. We're all learning that. And if there's anything that comes out of this quarantine and Corona, I hope it's an appreciation for our families and how much we all mean to each other. So I thought that this would be completely appropriate for my family. So if you are not a Paper Pumpkin subscriber and you'd like to join, I would love to have you. I will post a link down below. And if you are new to stamping or card making or scrapbooking, please follow me on Facebook at Bayside Paper Crafters. And if you have any questions, you can always shoot me a message. And my Stampin' Up page is papercraftswithmeg.stampinup.net. And I thank you very much for joining me. Have a great day, everyone.